These are the steps that Dr. John All takes every day. But these were the steps that led Dr. All on the journey of a lifetime.
I've always wanted to climb it. When I was a kid, I read a bunch of history and books like that, and there was a lot of interesting things I'd read about some of the early climbs on Mount Everest and some of the other mountains of the world, and so since it was the biggest and most famous, I've always wanted to do it.
Dr. All is not your average professor, and what some of his students and his faculty may not know is that he has climbed a mountain that few will ever do. Many people, when they hear about his achievement, think that it is something great for the entire department.
Well, I think anytime that you have professors do things that get media attention, it's a great thing for the Department of Geography and Geology as well as the university. So I think that it's a very positive accomplishment, and it shows that our professors are doing something besides just working in the classroom.
Climbing Mount Everest can be very dangerous. To climb Mount Everest, you have to have the right gear and prepare your body for the climb. There is only 30% oxygen on Mount Everest, and if you don't have the right gear, you can suffer from altitude sickness, frostbite, hypothermia, snow blindness, acute mountain sickness, and fatigue.
Spend a life backpacking and climbing and learning all the techniques and tools to do it, because it's not one of those things that you can just spend a couple months. I guess you can if you pay enough money to, but basically you have to learn how to survive in the mountains. And then in terms of actually getting ready for the altitude and everything, I spent a year in Nepal and Tibet climbing and collecting data all through the mountains, so my lungs were ready for it as well as the techniques and everything else. So.
There's about a 4 to 5 day climbing window when the jet stream is far enough away and it allows for safe climbing conditions. Dr. All got to see what Mount Everest is normally like.
On the descent, a blizzard blew in, and that's when a lot of the people who died on the climb died, was on during the blizzard days.
Many people will never attempt to climb Mount Everest. Between 1922 and 2010, about 5,104 people were able to summit Mount Everest.
No, I don't think I could do it, nor would I want to. I think that I like going for hikes in the mountains, but not where you have to climb 29,000 feet in the snow and oxygen tanks.
But Dr. All says he's willing to go again.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to do, not the same route again, maybe in 10, 20 years just to see how it's changed, but doing a different route on a different side would really be interesting.
Climbing Mount Everest may be tough, but for Dr. All, the journey to the top began with one small step.